5 players out of 8 here could still become the one true king here in the War of Lords $1,000 free-for-all tournament. One and all, welcome back to the competitive AoE4 action. Let me update that. I always forget to do that one thing. We are now on game number 6. This is the final game of the grand finals in this $1,000 tournament organized by the Vietnamese caster Clearman. Big shout out to him. And big shout out to everyone who's been tuning in and supporting this content. I love to see this amount of support. We might have to figure about doing more of these in the future. But let's talk about those players that could win this right now. Kyo has been sneaking back up. He has got 11 points. Beastie has got 12 points. Vuvovan, he's kind of out of the run. He's only got 2. But Core is still looking pretty bloody healthy in this tournament with 9 points. On top of that, you've got Baltoon at 4. You've got Unicom, who is going to be in the purple playing as the Delhi, sitting at 11. There are so many people that win this tournament. And what I found hilarious about this particular game is that half of the lobby are dragons. Statistically, I'm not really sure what the chances of that are. It's quite low, right? Because you've got 16 civs overall, and then you've got 8 players rolling that. Like, permutation-wise, the chances of this happening are quite low. But kind of a wild way for this to play out as well, because I got to say, Order of the Dragon have really impressed me in this tournament format. Because remember, the goal in this format, you just want to kill kings. And Order of the Dragon, if they're given a little bit of time to boom, they're phenomenal at scaling into mass Gilded Knights and killing. And if the game goes too late, we've seen how impactful their Gilded Hand Cannoneers can be. It was even the downfall of Beastie in one of the games earlier on in this Grand Finals. But let's check on the player locations. So I'm noticing one thing over here. Baltoon actually rolled the Mongols, and he has a pretty intriguing position on the map. And this is important, folks, because Baltoon is an outside runner. But if there was any game, this could be it. Mass Kesh expand with fishing backing it up is feasible. Gold is not insane nearby, but he has enough room to expand to quite freely that it should float him into that mid-late game. And why that's important is Baltoon needs to play fast. He needs a big economical advantage to get the points required here. There is a total of 10 points on offer in this final lobby. Baltoon would need to secure 9 of those to guarantee first place, while also simultaneously making sure that Unicom and Beastie do not get any points of that. It's a big ask. It's a tall order, a small percentage chance, but it is a chance. How are we looking on Kyo's side? Well, Kyo's got a pretty nice spot as well, right? The only downside is you're playing OTD away from relics. Meanwhile, you've got Core playing a bit more central, so he's near to these relics. And then Beastie is also quite close by as well. Vuvavan actually has a solid position for it. I think what's going to happen is orange, purple, and yellow are going to fight. Vuvavan is in probably the best position to just rush Imperial Age as a dragon player. And then everyone else is going to have their own weird little stalemates, right? Like blue and teal are going to have a fight. You can see that coming a mile off. Funnily enough, these two players cannot win at all. They're both sitting on 0 points. And then Baltoon is going to have a long, long walk over to Kyo's base. Wonder what Unicom can do. We have seen Delhi perform phenomenally well in the late game in free-for-alls, but if you guys remember, that was the game where someone had to leave the Delhi player alive, essentially, where they got a bit greedy and went for a different target, which allowed that reboot. But in theory, if you can make it into the hyper late game, then Delhi can be pretty damn powerful. And the cool idea about that for this particular player is that Unicom doesn't need much to win, right? He's joint first place right now with Beastie. If he can get his hands on 2 or 3 kills in the late game, let's say he only gets the final kill, but he wins the lobby, that's probably going to be enough to crack this open. What did you guys vote for, by the way? We've still got, like, what, a minute left on the timer? So a lot being banked on red here. 10,000 points going there. Yellow with 7,000. There's the Beastie fanboy I expected. Green has got a nice little dose there. I'm not surprised. Kyo is sly, man. Kyo, I think he's like the most snaky player I've seen in this lobby. Not for nefarious reasons, just because of his ability to just find weird kills and weird comebacks in the most unlikely situations. Can we please get rid of this bug? This is really tilting, because this can happen in 1v1s as well, right? Like, that worker is just not working at all, but they're not showing up as idle either. God, I hate that. Kyo, by the way, does actually have fishing. Okay, so I'm going to break people's hearts here. And I'm going to make the prediction that I don't think Byzantine wins this now. If fishing's happening, Byzantine doesn't have the economical edge here, right? They're balanced, which means that Kyo can just bog this down. And even if Byzantine eventually gets the kill on Kyo, let's say it takes him, 25 minutes to do that, there's going to be, I reckon, at least 3 eliminations by that point, which means that Byzantine wouldn't have enough points. So he needs to find a way to play really fast here. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, Dome of Faith is coming in. So, interesting choice by Unicorn, but it kind of makes sense. It feels really bad to give up that attack speed on your infantry. But what we've seen is in the hyper late game, Delhi are more defined by their elephant spam. And if you're planning to try and rush into Imp as quickly as possible, that's where this choice can be a little bit more advantageous than the Tower of Victory option. So, Byzantine has discovered the bad news. Kyo is not going to be that easy of a target. In fact, Byzantine... Ooh, he knows where Green's base is. He knows where the fishing is. So he's at least completely aware of what he's up against here. Question now is, does he try to contest it on the water? I'd love to see him just come on land, actually. Just maybe set up a ram here, get rid of both these docks, and then Bob's your uncle. That's where Opusjoy. What is that configuration? I guess he just ran out of wood there. It just looks a little bit funny. Teal to the south of him. It's going for the Coca Township. That's kind of wild. Are people asking if Kyo knows about red? No, he has no clue. Like, Kyo actually started here with a villager. You can see it by the vision. So he doesn't know where Byzantine is. He just knows that Byzantine sees him. Cool, meanwhile. Arcing on the wood and the gold. Pretty good. Looks like he's just going to try to bulk up ASAP. In fact, he's snaking in. And wait, do we have a crash from Core? That would be unfortunate. We'll get confirmation on that. If it's pre-20 minutes, it's a remake. Which kind of sucks, actually, dude. That sucks if so. Because I think this was a really intriguing spawn. And the way it laid out was kind of cool as well. I feel like if this is a remake, my heart breaks for Byzantine because his small percentile chance is... Oof. It's kind of evaporated now, right? We'll know for sure. I'll let you guys know if it is indeed a crash or whatnot. Because the way that these lobbies work is that if the game's conclusion is within a few minutes, it will accelerate and reveal itself. So we'll get confirmation shortly. Wall's now going up for Opusjoy. The only awkward thing is communicating now to the players that it was a crash, right? Because sometimes they play on. We had this in the group stage where one player was salivating in the mouth. He was so excited. He's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, this is a great performance. And then he found out afterwards that because of the desyncs, it didn't matter. I guess it's not... I mean, Core's position isn't terrible. It's not great either. Just like in some ways, I don't like... You can kind of roll the dice again and then maybe get an incredible spawn on the remake. But it's like... The alternative is you get a really sucky spawn. So it's definitely an unfortunate situation for Core. We'll get conf on that soon, though. Interesting that we have a transport ship play here from Kyo, by the way. I'm not sure what that was all about. Of course, docks are going to get denied over here. Was going to be forced back full into land. And it looks like... Are we rushing the age up? I feel like we are here. Or at least we're trying. He was gathering a lot of wood, unfortunately, so denial on the docks puts him in a pretty precarious situation. Meanwhile, walling against Coca. Good luck with that. Wait, so is Opusjoy just trying to rush the age? I think he is. I also don't like this. Building Donzos here against the Shinobi. I mean, your opponent isn't showing stables, right? I guess it's because he's rushing castle and you know it. Still feels a little bit funky the way this has been done. Also jabs. Yeah, a little bit surprising. Archers get bonus damage against these Shinobi. Jabs don't. So you're paying 1.5 times more to do less damage than you would otherwise. Bit weird. I think the person I feel worse for is Ping, maybe? I mean, no, actually, it doesn't matter, right? Like, Vuvavan would have had a good game, but it's like he can't win. I think the players that get kind of screwed over the most by the remake, we mentioned Baltoon because not many other players have fishing. Then again, he is very far away from other players. The other obvious ones would be Beastie and Core, right? I think this can be beneficial for Unicom. I don't like his position between two Order of the Dragon players like this long term. These two, remember, this doesn't matter. These two are just having some fun at this point. They cannot win the game. They can, however, improve their standing. Remember, you will get paid out depending on your final position. So, you know, it's worth still playing to make more money. Yeah, I'll check in with the admins now. And we'll see what the ruling is, what's happening. Wait, was it after 20 minutes, though? Please tell me it wasn't after 20 minutes. I mean, it shouldn't be, judging by this. The ruling is after 20 minutes, it continues, right? Which would be a heartbreaker. Oh, set your age up. Oh, dude, you went Burgrave as well? Damn, you were just going to try to wipe Unicom out straight away, huh? Meanwhile, greedy Regnets from Beastie. So Tech Up comes out. And Core calls GG. What a muppet. He realizes he didn't make a Regnitz in a free-for-all game and immediately rage quits the game. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that's unfortunate. That would have been cool in this format as well. I mean, you would have killed Unicom. I don't know how easy of a kill Beastie would have been afterwards. I guess he's rushing Imp, so probably would have been a freebie. Yeah, he's rushing Imp, so that could have worked. Yeah, it's true. So what actually happened here is Core has a deep, deep phobia of elephants. They scare him. So, you know. All right, looks like we are confirming a remake's going to be happening. Don't worry, Core. We'll let you maybe still win. Wait, that doesn't work. Wait, Beastie. 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 Is someone going to tell him? Like, damn, this crown is really hard. So we need someone to reach out to the players to the remake, because I'd rather we don't just... I mean, I guess we could just burn all the time pointlessly on this game now. No one died, so no one is going to score anything from this. But here's the men-at-arms. Kyo's like, yeah, might kill. Wait, Unicom came for as well. What is this mess? Oh my god, no, Unicom. No, he's trying to kill the king, but he keeps gathering the sheep. BC's knight has now arrived. The Gilded Men-at-Arms could probably yoink this. They were so desperate for this. At no point has anyone been like, this is a remake, right? We've got a Wallalol relic on the way for Unicom as well to zone them away. You don't know. You can't. This doesn't work. Guys, please. Please. Even Baltoon's now here. What is going on? Everyone wants a piece of Core's ass, is what I'm getting from this. You're very popular with the lobby, Core. Alright. I'll let you guys know once we're finally clear of this. For the time being, the players seem to be playing on. It looks like Kyo... No... Wait, what? Did Baltoon get that? Oh, no. Dude, that was sick. 6 HP and he snatches it. Unfortunately, it really doesn't matter. Oh, dear. You know what, guys? This is perfect because now that this game is devoid, right? We'll follow the entertainment until they remake. Oh wait, we're waiting for confirmation from Clearman. I don't think he's noticed yet, so we'll get confirmation from him shortly. But now this is basically meant to be a remake. It's a perfect opportunity for you guys to quickly go click that little subscribe button below the screen so that you don't have to worry about ads on this channel. And then you can spam emotes, which will show up on the chat right down here when you hype up the moments. You can even wave the flag of who you think is going to win. All that for the low, low price of $5. Boom. Oh my god, Baltun is rinsing him right now. I mean, this is a shellacking, right? Baltun got the kill. He has water. And if you're wondering, like, you know, why are they playing on? Because nothing's been called. If nothing gets called, of course you keep playing, right? Like, you wouldn't stop. It doesn't make sense. You play until the whistle gets blown. And that means right now, Baltun has probably this very mixed process of like, wow, I could make a comeback here, but also tempered by that DC, what happened? I don't get it, right? So it's a very mixed bag for him in particular. Elsewhere, because BC's rushing Imp, he's not immediately diving in on purple either. So Unicom isn't just going to feed a kill over. And remember what we said, Baltun would need almost every kill in this game to make it happen. Wait, what happened to Popo? I think he got a little bit of harassment on him, had to cancel and rebuild the floating gate. These two are just vibing, which is really good for Baltun. We're just gonna keep going with this until like we have confirmation in. Because for whatever reason this could end up not being a remake. Like I would say this is 100% a remake, especially if a file has been sent to show a crash. But until we have confirmation from Clearman, we have to keep going. For those wondering what the rule set is, the rule set clearly specifies that if there's a crash before 20 minutes, it is a remake with everyone who was alive at the time of the crash, which would mean everyone in this game. Or would it? Because technically Core was dead when the crash happened. No, but yes, it should be a remake based on their rulebook. I did tell them to stipulate a limited number of remakes per player, 1 or 2, to stop people from exploiting a crash system. But this is Core's first crash, so he's not exploiting anything. And Core wasn't dead, for the random user in chat. Core was fine. He was teching with Burgrave, no one had attacked him yet. And just to clarify, if it is a remake, they will, yes, indeed, all pick the same civs. That's in the rules as well. That's to stop people basically going, oh my god, this civ sucks. All F4. A bit of clash in the meantime. Looks like there's a push in from Beastie. He's going for the Unicom kill. Oi, oi, oi. Unless someone interferes, this is going to be a grab for Beastie. And with this 1 point, it would make it mathematically impossible for Baltun to win the final game and win the tournament. Well, not win the final game, but he won't be able to win overall. He'd be able to get second. Weirdly enough, though, Unicom's on the move. Has he got the resources for a tech up? He needs time. He needs quite a bit of time. The king is running right now, so I think the goal here, I've seen a few players try this. In fact, Kyo done this really well in the last game, is sneak out, keep gathering resources, and then try to tech far, far away in a corner. In fact, that's a Core classic. I remember Core and free-for-alls would always just set up his landmarks in opposing corners for that reason. It's risky because if there's a player in every corner, they'll all just kill your landmarks, but it does at least stop you from getting all-in and killed straight away. Bombard should be able to dent this keeps in. He's not going to be able to hold this area. Q, in the meantime, has reached up to Imperial Age, so we've got some big threats coming from both of the Dragon players in this game. Vuvavan, the other Dragon player, has been a little bit quiet, a little bit chill. With Pounce Suave in. And hand cannon is now shuffling out. That could be about to change at the worst possible time here. Oberjoy now contesting into Popo, but Popo, with veteran owner Bagisha, he can easily push this back. Baltun is indeed trading in water. Only about 50 resources, actually 60 resources each way. Actually, that just improved. Yeah, that inflated quite a bit. So trade ships are actually returning him, what, almost 100 resources now. Or 94 to be exact. It's looking pretty good for Baltun. Meanwhile, Beastie does scan for the king. He knows where he is. He's shuffling to the south side now. However, if at any stage green looks, he could easily snatch this. And there we go. We have confirmation in. It's going to be a remake. All right. Thank you for the update there, Core. So, we'll wait for players to get coordinated with because this game has not stopped running yet, which means players are still in. The question mark is whether they all understand what the word remake makes. I don't know if any of them know like a zero English type player. And Farm Landmark going down over here. So Unicorn was going to get eliminated. But that won't count now, guys. All this will not count. Beastie finds the kill on the king in the meantime. Oi, oi, oi. Wait, do we really have drama on this? He's refusing the remake? Yikes. Welcome to free-for-alls. Well, I would say, so yes, he does have 7 relics, but would he have gotten 7 relics if Core was still alive? Like that's always the but. I think he would have, from Beastie's position, I think he could have easily got 3 relics, which is still pretty good. But like, of course he's going to get the relics when the other Order Dragon player nearby is gone, and the other one was busy attacking him, right? Like, there is an element of that. I think Beastie did have a good position. I feel his frustration. But I don't think this was like, I don't know, this didn't seem to be with malice. Like, dude, he went Burgrave, immediately, like, had a disconnect on the tech up. Which sounds like a technical bug to me. No, the cutoff is not 10 minutes. To clarify for people, there is a rule book which is publicly accessible. Is 20 minutes is the cutoff. In the event that there is a disconnect after 20 minutes, the game will continue on. So yeah, I'm just typing to the admins now, getting clarification about what's going to happen here. My take is the ruling is clear. The ruling is 100% clear. I don't know if they implemented the additional ruling. And wait, sorry, we were so busy talking about that we didn't catch this. Kyo did actually march up north and snatch another. But like, I didn't see if they had a new handbook where they added the ruling of only so many remakes per player. That was my recommendation, is that 1 or 2 remakes per player is reasonable, because if someone's having regular tech issues, that shouldn't punish everyone else. But this is Core's first crash. He hasn't crashed at all in the finals. He crashed once in the group stage, but that was, like in that game, his crash felt like an L for him in that his position was really good. BC in the meantime is going to move up for Popo. I mean, the good news is he's at a point now that he's right. He's got 7 relics, which means he can make this one fast so we can get to the remake. Because he can blitzkrieg this. In fact, wait, where's the king? King's running. Run, Forrest, run! You call that running? Dude, take the armor off. Go faster. Bombards might snipe him. Oh, actually, the king is 0.02 faster. Did you know that, guys? 0.02. Throw to Bagisha. Are they working with or against? I can't quite tell right now. Everyone wants a piece of Popo. Oh, Archer's not quite able to get it. He makes his stand. The last man stand in the outpost here. Beastie will be able to get the torch down. There are archers here from blue, though. Beastie. Archers. Oh, he gets the final stab there. So Beastie gets that kill there. Meanwhile, Baltoon and Kyo are duking it out on the south side. Okay, so apparently someone's saying that... I don't know if BC said the rules are crap. My thing about that is like, if the rules may be crap, yes. But in fairness, if the rules clearly state something, they're the rules you play by, right? It's definitely not ideal, but if it's within the rules, and I have, like, and you know, I like to really... I'll say I haven't agreed with everything that was made ruling-wise, but what I will say in their defense, this is Clearman's and the crew's first tournament they've hosted. And they have, at least when I've mentioned feedback and improvements, been immediately receptive to it. But like, if the player didn't read the rules, that's on them. Like, I think I made this same point around in Wallalaw when one or two of the players didn't understand the formatting and they like had issues with it. And it's like, dude, the rule book is there. I mean, you might not like the rule book, and if you don't, like, mention it, and if you still don't like it, don't play. But it is the rule book. And I definitely think they'll learn they need to put a lot more in that rule book for the next tournament. But at least on the disconnect thing, the ruling was at least clear in what has to happen there. And that's that in the event a player drops before 20 minutes, there's a remake. I told them they did need to add an addendum, which is that if it's a player has disconnected more than like twice, I'd say maybe twice across the 6 games, one on a given day, then too bad, you're out. But core is disconnected once in grand total in this grand finals, and it's in this game right now. So we'll see how this is going to play out. For now, it looks like the game is going to play through to its completion. I haven't been tracking extra points because we need the confirmation of the remake. I think Clearman said, from what my understanding is, that it's going to be a remake, though. So the points can be a wash here. But, you know, you can't have a tournament without drama. Have you guys kind of sick and tired? We've had no AoE4 drama recently. Here we go. We finally found some. I think if this one had countered, Beastie mathematically can't lose at this stage. Baltoon could have at least improved his ranking to like top 4, if not top 3. I'd be surprised if Baltoon is able to win this now, though. Beastie has 300 as well, but he has a... Actually, I don't know. It's trading versus relics, right? So Beastie's more pop efficient, but in terms of like raw income, Baltoon should be very powerful. It's fishing plus trade. I don't know. Baltoon might be able to do this, guys. 28 Keshiks right now, 35 crossbows. Beastie, meanwhile, has mass lance neck and spears. Okay, scrap that, dude. It's mass gilded spearmen, which is perfect. Baltoon's making the right choice here. He's hunting north for a kill. If he can get the kill on Opojoy, he can try to overpower. And Beastie right now is kind of playing more chill. He's sitting back. He's not actually attacking. The question is 27 Keshiks enough? I mean, the problem is your opponent's built mass spears and Musafadi because he was fighting into the Japanese, and then he saw Beastie's cavalry. So, like... Actually, it wasn't even cavalry, right? So, kind of just fortunate he had spearmen, then. There's going to be a free ride in here. Baltoon. Where's the king, actually? Hiding in the back? Yeah, we're playing... Keep shuffling at the back here. Baltoon. Dude, these mangoes are getting vile. I'm guessing this is the point where Beastie maybe discovered it was going to be a remake. Looks like he's getting ready to push out anyway. 8 mangoes. We've got CGQ in his true form again. Oh, man. Well, regardless of the issues with some of the rule books, decree, or whatever, what I will say, and we still have one more game potentially to go, this has been a bloody fun tournament. I think we've had some really cool games here. I gotta say, I had a low expectation and a low opinion of free-for-alls when I last left them off. But with this type of formatting, where kill, kill, kill is rewarded, this has been really enjoyable. While there's still a little bit of booming that inevitably goes on, I think a lot of that can be offset by doubling the village count at the start. But the timings on these games on average, we've had some long ones, but I think we've had some really fast games as well, which is great to see. I think it creates a nice dynamic opposed to the old school style of free-for-alls where it was 1.5 hours long and an absolute snooze fest. So for Clearman's first tournament, I actually want to give him a lot of praise for that. The rules definitely weren't perfect, but I think the format, I really think he got it right there. This point format has been really cool. I hope they are going to try to run more of these War of Lords events. Obviously, they'll take those lessons forward. No one's first event is perfect. We've seen that with everyone who's ran an event in this scene. But I think this one definitely shows promise. And Baltoon, okay, there you go. He realizes this is going to be, what, a remake or whatnot. And I think they just GG out. Okay, guys, drama is apparently what we like to farm every once in a while. When life's a little bit too quiet, you need to re a bit. So I'm sure we'll have a little bit of re about this one. And then hopefully it'll be a reconnect so that we can clearly define who is going to be the champion here in the War of Lords Grand Finals game number 6.